Hi. Hello. Um, yeah, it's Thursday, so we're back with our little miniature house, miniature mansion. Um, yeah, my phone is letting me know that my microphone is muted, but I'm assuming that my computer is catching me and you can hear me. Hello. Hi, Alcala. So, hopefully, all is well in the realm of sound. Okay. Just pretend I didn't say that. Anyways, hello again, third time. So we are continuing with the dining room today. I don't know what it is about doing lives. Awesome. Thanks for letting me know. I don't know what it is about doing lives, but every single time my brain is immediately scattered the moment that I go live. But thankfully, my hands still function, and that's the main point here. So today we're going to do a little folding screen, which is very exciting. But first, I wanted to show you how I finished the table. So our little dining table from last time, it's well, it's little in my hands. It's actually quite huge if you look at the in the proportions. Focus. Thank you. You might noticed that I added a little bit of detail right here. I'm trying to convince my camera to stay focused. There you are. I knew you could do it. Hey, Christiana. So I added this little pattern. It's the same. So it's the impresslet, the Tim Holtz impresslet that I used also in the parlor for the top where we did the curtains. I just cut it in half, so it just adds this little bit of texture and detail. If you look in the light, you can see the marks that I did to create a kind of feel like it's, planks laid one next to the other. And we're definitely going to have like a runner going across, but we need to figure out the colors of the dining room first and stuff. I can bring the dining room in for a sec. The walls are still unglued because I'm actually considering a different type of lighting from what I originally planned. Because there's some LED lightings that are actually completely flat, basically, which might work better for this kind of structure. So I made an order. It might take a while, and I want to see how I figure out the lighting before I glue anything down. So for now, I will continue to work with falling walls. It's fine. Anyways, you can see that the table fits nicely there in the dining room. And the folding screen that we'll do today will be standing here. Falling walls. It will be, yeah. So we have the, okay. I'll just stop. Okay, just a second. We'll try to convince it to sort of stand where it's supposed to. And yeah, so it will be in this space here where, so here there's the stairs to the kitchen, and this will create a separation between the kind of hosting area and the area where the servants bring the food from the kitchen. Hi, Moika. Thank you for coming. It's so yeah, so this is cool, I think. Okay, I'm gonna move the walls because they're driving me insane. you might notice if you've been here last time, I have shortened the table legs a little bit. I've realized that I may have built some of the furniture not in the best of scale, but it'll be fine. And now let's figure out a folding screen. So I'm gonna move to full screen for my desk right here. And so for the folding screen, I am going to actually use some of the dies from Tim Holtz' new Village collection because it works really well. That's the main reason. So this die here creates this frame, this very delicate little frame, and this will be the shape of one panel of the folding screen. If you've seen my work for a while, you might know that I've done before folding screens in an Asian style, specifically Japanese style. This time we're doing a bit of it's like a 19th century sort of Western, I guess, folding screen. So, they were inspired by Asian style, but they did their own thing. And I'm going to use this pattern that will fit basically in the frame. I'm going to do the cutting in a bit, so you'll see it, but that's basically it. These pattern panels, which we're also going to ink a little bit in a second. But I have cut them ahead of time. I didn't get around to cutting all the frames and everything, but we have our sidekick and we'll do it in a sec. But the pattern is from this pattern paper. I just place the frame. Hi, Sylvia again. I really wish you wouldn't do this, but okay. So, okay. What I'm going to use for the base of the folding screen, and that's one of the fun things about this set, is this die. And this is a die that is meant to be for creating a door. And if you'll see, the difference between this die and this die is that this one has a frame that is all over, and in here there's a section that is actually it won't cut, so it will create a hinge. And I'm going to just use the fact that we have this hinge here to glue together the pieces. It's I have no idea what that means, actually, Christiana, but yeah, I'm ignoring it. So what I'm going to do, okay, wait. The first thing I want to do is actually ink up the rest of these panels, because you've seen I've inked these guys a bit to make them look a little bit more aged, and I do like it more. So I'm going to do it with the rest of them, just using a bit of antique linen, and yeah, and I'm purposely kind of doing it haphazardly, and even this movement, this is not how you usually blend ink. This is how you stain things. But this is the point. This is what I'm trying to do here. This is not about creating beautiful shading. It's about creating old age stains, and they are generally not that well blended. So yeah, just do that. Just this, few more stains, and I'm gonna spray it with a little bit of water. Hey, Nunu. Where's my? There we go. Ooh, that was a lot of water. Yeah, my My sprayer from Tim Holtz has died. It was the weirdest thing. It just one day it fell on the floor and it just poof, exploded. Hi, David. Uh, what? What? Hi, Nicole. Nuneka said it to delete it. Delete what? What? I don't know. Okay. So yeah. Okay. So yeah. My I was telling you of my woes that my Tim Holtz sprayer just exploded one day. I think that I left it standing in the sun too often and the plastic just died. I mean, it was pretty old, so it just exploded and died. So I have this one from Tonic that I had gotten one of my kits, and I really like it, but I will probably get um, the Ranger one again because I don't know, it splatters nice. Okay, next thing that we need to do is cut out some frames, I think. And this, it's not completely dry yet. I have two pieces of my wood paper. This one I put glue on the back, so I'm going to use this for the base. And this one, I just put this. Yeah, I use the crazing collage medium, and it's not cracking yet. Not really, so it's not dry enough, so we'll do it later. That will be for the frames, I guess. But yeah, let's start cutting out pieces for the for a little folding screen. Yes. Wow. That's an interesting. Yeah. I don't know what this is, honestly, because it's not a link, so I don't know if I should care, but okay, whatever that means. I don't know. We can just ignore it, guys, and continue with our making screens. So again, I'm using this little die that is meant to be a door, but we'll do it with whatever we want. So I'm going to leave a bit of space because I want there to be a bit of a tail. Let's just start cutting. Yeah, it's always a bit of a challenge when I'm doing these things because I'm trying to do it semi straight and so on. And for that I would actually need to look from above. But if I look from above, it won't be necessarily clear in the camera. Oop. Yeah, I know. I don't know. It's not. I can delete it later, I guess. I don't know. It's just weird because I don't understand what it is. If the person doing this is trying to tell us something, it's not working. We don't know what you mean. But okay. Okay, so see, this created this kind of oh, I just realized something. Yeah, I need to actually cut this part from the other one because the glue will not be on the right edge, I think, for this. Maybe it would. Okay, my brain needs to actually configure something for a second, so yeah, this should work. No, it wouldn't be pretty. So the one with the glue needs to be for the frame, and we'll use this one for the base. This is so weird. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's a bot, but you know, like usually when you have trolls and bots, like there's a reason they're trying to sell you something, get you to click on a link, something, but this is just like what? I don't understand what this is. It's okay as long as it doesn't bother anybody too much. It's just there. Um, yep. Okay. So that is so weird. I'll try to block it afterwards. I don't know what this is. I just don't want it to be, you know, to get to a point that it's kind of flooding the chat and disturbing um, the flow of conversation and stuff. But I don't know. It's just weird. We'll just ignore it and continue with our merry making, including realizing that I probably don't have enough in this strip, but it'll be fine. Okay. So you can see, the problem is that it's distracting me and then I don't explain what I'm doing. So here I'm going to explain now. As I think you can see, there's a little line, an indented line in there. And oh, and then continue to report it. So you should be, oh, thanks so much, Christiana. So basically, I'm just going to use the my ruler here as a straight edge to, I'm lining up that little fold. I'm going to press it down. So it'll be more, well, you know, folded. And then these little parts will basically be the hinges that connect the parts of the screen and where it can fold. Now, I'll be honest, if I would do it with it, this is probably, it would have been better actually if I did it on with cardstock, because then the fold, it makes it easier to actually fold back and forth. This will probably make it pretty much, it's pretty sturdy. I don't know how to call it, or stiff. Maybe it's the best word to describe this, but it will kind of hold it in place. But at the same time, that would mean it's very stable. So I'm not going to complain about it. Now, this part is actually going to be the back of the folding screen. I'm gonna can use my ruler because I actually want this one to be folded forward. There we go. Okay. I have some interesting spots in my, some lovely ink spots as usual. Okay, on my fingers. Yes. Okay. Let's do this one too. Yeah. So because this is actual wood in the base, it's not necessarily as, I don't know, flexible, I guess, as paper, but it definitely would create something that is very strong in the end. This one I might need to cut the frame out of, but yeah, let's continue cutting some more of these. Wait, not that one, that one. And let's see. Yes, inky fingers are the goal. It's just sometimes, when they get inky in the beginning, it just like all over stains, in, well, brown in this case. But then when you kind of, you wash your hands or something, then it just sticks in certain places, and it's just really funny sometimes. But hey, it's cool, I guess. It's just weird sometimes. Okay. Oh, probably should have. Yeah. No. Okay. I'm just gonna remove that because it's a twirly tail, so it gets a little bit annoying. Yeah. Okay. Let's do. Yeah. I'm actually not sure that I have enough of this paper, but we'll figure it out. In worst case, I might just do 4 panels now, because apparently, well, let me see if I have more of this kind of wood color. It might not be exactly, but it should be okay. Let's check. So that's 1. And actually gonna, yeah. In order to kind of hide it, it's better to have 45-degree edge at the bottom here, probably actually at the top as well. Just creating basically a tab to glue things together. So I'm just going to quickly do that. Oh, okay. In this one, I actually did a 90-degree tab, but better make all of them the same. And let me see. Ooh. So slightly different color. I have a million shades of brown here. It's really cool actually to see how many you can get. But ooh, I think this is fitting. Yay! Awesome. So where is the die? There we go. So this one. And yeah, I'm doing probably should have said before, but didn't. But I am doing a 6 panels or 6 wing folding screen. That is the word. That is what I'm making. Yes. Words hard. So yeah, I hope everyone's doing well today. It's kind of trying to, yeah, as usual, I'm kind of, I thought it would be faster, I suppose. We're already almost half an hour in. But yeah, I am confident that we will reach a point when it's clear what I'm doing, even if I don't finish the screen completely. So, next thing I want to do is cut the frames, I think. Yeah, just, if you already have the die cutting machine here, might as well cut everything that we need. So I'm going to need 6 frames, and yeah, I am using double sticky sticky side, double stick side, the sheet at the bottom, so it would be easier to glue, because these things are super skinny. And I mean, yes, you can definitely do it with glue, but sometimes it's just easier to have the sticky sheets. I'm checking. I'm gonna actually, I don't think I need to pass it twice, but I'm gonna do it just in case, because, yeah, because this is very thick. You can see it did cut it perfectly, but I don't think it actually cut through the backing. So now I need my little pokey tool and get the frame. In a second. It doesn't want to come out now. There you go. Yeah. This is, again, it's wood. So it doesn't completely work like cardstock. Cardstock would cut it much easier. But yeah, here we have the frame. I'm going to put it, I have a non-stick sheet on the side. I'm just putting it there to keep it. And let's hope that next time it will completely cut out, because that would be easier. Okay. Hope it's not shaking too much for you. Let's see if we can convince it to stay in the sheet. Nope. Nope. It does not want to stay there. So yeah, thankfully these dies are designed with these little holes that you can very easily get them out. Ooh. Yep. It is really, really delicate, which is very cool. It's one of the things that I really like about these die sets, because yeah, it's just, these like frames and so on, you can always, of course, cut something by yourself, but this is just so delicate. And yeah, I'm just, let's be honest here, I'm not the best with fussy cutting, so dies are my friends for sure. Okay, I think I'll continue with the saga of getting this cut later. Can get back to it if we have time during the live. If not, I will finish that part later. Oh, dear, dear. I think it got stuck. Yeah. Oof. Oh well. The sticky sheet that I'm using, the double-sided sticky sheet, is very, very sticky. So sometimes it can be a bit violent towards the paper and so on. So you need to be a bit careful, but it worked. It worked. Okay, so what I'm gonna do now is start to build the actual folding screen. So see, we have these pieces that will glue together like this, and just because I know that I'll forget afterwards and then I will hate myself, I'm gonna do just paint the edges now so they're not white. So we'll have a nice dark edge. I mean, this is actually not a case when you need to worry too much about doing it before gluing things together, because it's a situation when I will be able to reach all of these edges afterwards and paint them. But you know what? Somehow it's always easier anyways to do it ahead. So why not? Also, I actually remembered. Always a good time to do something when you remember. Um, yep. Okay. So one of the tricky things here will be the fact that this this paper really reacts very strongly with moisture. So you can see that it kind of curled up on itself here and there because I've put a lot of the collage medium because I wanted it to have. I mean, look at the cool texture that you get if it will actually focus. Look at that. That is so cool. So I wanted that, but the price for the cool texture is that this kind of turns curls on itself and can be a bit tricky to play with. But you know what? We will win. We will win in the end and it will work. Okay. Go. That's the last one for this. And oh, yeah. So I'm gonna fold the edges. And the one thing that I'm still considering is actually not using the full flap, but maybe just cut segments of it, like little tabs, so it will be a little bit more, a little less stiff, but I'm not sure. It's always a question of you kind of need to choose between something that is more realistic and something that is more stable and will survive better. And I mean, I'll be honest, in this size of thing, I will probably not, you know, actually fold the screen away. I'm not going to put it away, it's going to stand there. So, yeah, I think it's fair to just let it be stiff and stable. Yeah, there was a little piece here that was not very, was just sticking out, so it was better to cut it off. In case you're wondering what I was doing there. Okay, now in this one I want to fold it forward, so I'll just put it behind the ruler like this and push it. Yeah. And again, I think that with an regular cardstock, even quite thick cardstock, probably actually the indentation that the die does for the folding mark that it creates would probably be strong enough, and you wouldn't necessarily need to do what I'm doing now. But this is wood. It is both. It's kind of a stubborn thing. I don't know. That's how it feels. See, it breaks. It kind of it falls, but it's not the most flexible thing. So sometimes it just kind of boop breaks. But yeah, a break here in the middle is not something that will be actually a problem. Okay, I think this one is a bit too wide. Gonna just chop it off a bit, which is fine because I already painted the edge, but fine, we'll do it again. And yeah, we have 3 that are folded backwards, so this one needs to go forward. Actually, let me think, because I think that on this one I'm actually going to remove the tab. right? Because that's this. Yep, that will be the last one. So we're actually gonna very gently just cut off this tab, because this is going to be the last panel. It's gonna just be here, and it doesn't need a folding tab anymore. There you go. Now let's glue together, and then we can glue the frame. Should I glue the frames before? Honestly, probably yes, but no. Because if I want to hide all of these lovely, lovely tabs, then even though it will be a bit trickier to reach, I have to do it afterwards, because basically what I'm going to do is sandwich these lovely tabs that are going to be in the back between two layers of this little screen. I'm actually going to, just for the gluing, it would be easier to kind of straighten it up, because then, see, I can actually I can place the edges of both this panel, the bottom, right here on the line to make sure that they're completely straight, and just glue it nicely. And ooh, what was that for? Just a second. Yeah. If you're familiar with this glue, the Nouveau Deluxe glue, it's completely erased, but it's the Nouveau Deluxe by Tonic Studios. So one of the interesting things, interesting characteristics. Oh, I'm so sorry. One of the interesting characteristics of this glue is that it actually, when you put it on, like if I leave it now a little bit, it becomes more tacky. So when you're gluing things that are small like this, it's actually sometimes easier to just put the glue on and wait for a bit, and only then add what you want to add, you're gluing, and it just catches faster. It will obviously catch just as well if you're doing it immediately, but sometimes it just moves too much. So sometimes it's easier to wait a bit and do it after. Okay. So, yep. Just slowly building it here. And I'm always trying to make sure that the bottom line is straight. Yeah. The tricky part sometimes when you're doing dark things on dark background is that I can barely see what I'm doing. I'm not sure you can, but here, if I pick it up, you can see now that we're making sure that the bottom edge is straight. Yeah. And it looks lovely at the moment from the back, but hey, it's fine. We'll just go on gluing this. Almost finished gluing these parts. And I'm not worried about, I can straighten down or flatten it again a bit, the folds that I just made, because we've already marked them. We already strengthened them, so it's very easy to do it again afterwards. And for this part of the making, it's just easier to glue it flat. It will also be easier to add the detail on the other side when it's a bit, when it's more flat. So all in all, good choice in my opinion. Okay. And just last one. Okay. Cool. So this is the flattened screen. Obviously, when it'll be folded, it will take a little less space. There we go. So I want to give it a little bit more time to dry. So I'm actually going to finish cutting the frames that we need. We have 3. So we need 3 more. Thank you. I need 3 more frames, so we'll just do that quickly and let this guy dry a bit more. Let's bring in this dye. Yeah, probably could have used a different double-sided tape. This one is quite thick, and that's why it's giving me a bit of problems, as in it doesn't come out of the die. But it's also very strong, so that's good. And still works. We definitely can get our beautiful little frame. Oop. Ouch. There we go. This is a little weird, but that's okay, I think. Just putting it on to the side there. And yeah. It's a little bit narrow here, but it's kind of exactly the size. So I'm actually going to use a bit of washi tape to make sure that it doesn't move, because yeah, if it moves, it's like it just did, honestly, then it will probably mess up the cutting. Just a second. Yeah, I need to glue it to the paper, not to the base. It just really just the size, but it's good enough. Okay. Time is it? Ooh. There. It's exactly the size. So, yeah, that's fine. That is precisely what we need. Let's just list it. I think this time it's going to come out the whole thing. Yeah. The frame was cut, and that's the important thing. Good. And I'm actually going to cut, I think, the frame from this one. Let's see if it works. That's because why not? Is there? Oh, there is something stuck in here. I'm sorry. We have apparently reached that time in the live where I'm talking to myself. Sorry about that, guys, but every week. Oh well. Okay. I hope I'm not mumbling while I'm doing that, because I think that I do have a tendency. Ooh, I don't think this is. Is it big enough? I'm not sure. Should be exactly, but we'll see. This is me being very stubborn about um, utilizing every last piece of this sticky taped paper, even though it would be a hell of a lot easier to just cut it from a different piece of wood paper. But you know, I'm just being stubborn. What can I say? But it's okay. It's okay. Let's hope it worked. I think it did actually. Oh, wait. Okay. Yeah, but we will need to gently again release the frame. Now we have enough frames for all our panels. And we can start getting the, well, basically we can finish our, oh, okay, I'm not entirely sure that it actually worked. I think I might just cut another frame from another piece of wood grain paper. It's not gonna be with the sticky paper because I don't think I have it. But let me see. Okay, I might do it later because I don't know that I have the right color. And we have less than 15 minutes, so you know, it just continues. Okay, so what I'm gonna do now is simply, I've turned it to the other side, and I'm just going to glue these frames. And because they're so skinny, it's a little tricky. But I'm basically gluing them right on the edge of the form. Right? So let's do 2 of these, and then we continue. So you just, this one has a weird width. Okay. And, yeah. Just want to make sure that it's sitting right at the bottom, right to the edge. Ooh. It can be very, just need to, you kind of have to play with it a bit because it's very delicate, very thin, but that's kind of the beauty of it. It really allows you to put details that are, I don't know, it just looks really good. That's the main point. So yeah, I think, so you can see sort of how it is going. And so once we have the frame in, this is just to show you, although I'll continue with the frame in a bit. Basically, this part, we'll just take these little pieces with the pattern that we cut and just slide it into the frame. And it sits beautifully inside, or should at least. I'm actually going to use the pokey tool here to make sure that it goes into the frame. It was cut with the same die, so it is the same size basically. But one of the things that we need to remember with dies always is that if you're using different types of paper, thicker or thinner and so on, it can affect, in like the genius tiniest bits, the size of the final shape. So you do have sometimes pieces that, even though you cut it with the same die, they will not necessarily fit completely perfectly together because it's, say, like a 300 GCM cardstock versus, I don't know, an 80, like a copy paper or something like that. That's usually 80 GCM. So it's a very big difference. And sometimes, yeah, it will affect the shape of, it will affect the final cut, the final size of it, and so on. So just something to be aware of, but also hardly something problematic. I think I'm still. Oh, there it is. Okay. I was looking for another frame there, but there we go. Okay. Just checking. Oh, see, I didn't glue this one so well. Let's see. Good. So one of the things with not all sticky tape, double-sided tapes, but with a lot of them, as long as you don't kind of press it down strongly or vigorously, it doesn't really stick completely, so you can kind of release it gently and redo it, which is good because this screen, the bottom part is where it's going to stand on the floor, so it would be useful if it's straight. Yep, tends to be useful. So there. Now it's straight. Exciting. Next one. So, yep. And yeah, I can see that in here apparently didn't work perfectly. We'll fix it up. I'm trying to make it, as perfectly fitting as I can. But if it's not, then we'll just use a bit of paint or something to hide the problematic areas, and all will be well. Okay. Yeah. We're getting there. Also in time. Ha ha ha. But that's fine. Okay. So that's the fourth frame. What do you say? You think I can finish it? I mean, there will always be like finishing touches that I will do afterwards, like reinforcing the folds and stuff, because I do want the liquid glue to be completely dry before I play with kind of folding this again and reinforcing the the folds. But I do think there's potential. There's potential of me being able to actually finish this, which is very exciting because I rarely do. Okay. You're doing, yes, you are being silly here, honestly. There you go. R. Last frame. This one is not quite perfect, so yeah, I don't think I want to use it. So maybe I don't finish it, but almost. Okay, let's put the pattern paper in, because that will also just give us much more of an idea of how things would look. Because at the moment it's just weird. Yeah. Okay. Come now. So just slipping it into the frame. Again, just very gently using this pokey tool to basically push the edges into the frame, make sure that it's sitting in nicely. Ooh, no. So yeah. The pattern is very kind of, it's very delicate, very subdued colors, but I don't know. I felt like that was fitting in this dining room. It's kind of, I don't know, it has a very different feel from the parlor, I guess, but you know, the parlor is red, so you can't get more, or at least it's hard to get more, I don't know. It's a very strong color. That's what I'm trying to say. Yes. Okay, no. Oh dear. Wait. You are being very rude. Hmm. Okay, that's better. And last one. I might add a bit more glue here. And so yeah. Switch. Oh, it's moving. There we go. Okay, so obviously we're missing the last panel because I need to cut the frame. The one I cut from here, not this one. This one, it's just not. It just broke, basically. So I need to cut it again, and we're kind of out of time. So I'll just finish it off screen. And once it's completely dry, because now, you know, you can feel that it's still, I should be on camera maybe. You can feel that it's kind of cold. When you touch it, that means that there's a lot of moisture there still. So I'm going to let it dry completely. And then I'll kind of reinforce the folds. And we'll have a folding screen, but you can kind of see, get the feel of it. There's a very delicate pattern, sort of damask-ish pattern, but I think it's kind of cool. There will always, of course, be photos afterwards that I'll show you all the details, how it finished, but I don't know. I think it worked out pretty well. It's the first time that I've tried to do it in this way. I've done folding screens in other ways, but this is the first time that I've tried to do it kind of with dies and like playing with this kind of the gluing these flaps. They're creating these flaps and tags. Thank you. So yeah, I think for that I am happy. I'm not sure, as usual. I might decide afterwards that I want more detail somewhere, but we'll see. I think that next week we might do. So here's the question, because I was thinking of doing dining room chairs for the table. They will be different from the ones I did in the parlor, partly because I've realized that the ones I did in the parlor are probably actually too small. I don't know what was going on like when I was doing them, because both the sofa that I did and the chairs that I did, everything seems to be a bit too small actually for the kind of scale that I'm working in. So I think that I can actually use some sort of wood to kind of create the chairs for this, which could be cool. But we have done chairs before, so we might want to do something else. I don't know. Yeah. So at the moment, I'm thinking chairs. If we have an idea for something else, we might go with something else. That's also an option. But yeah, I think. I think that we're getting close to the point that we can go up another floor, which of course means that I actually need to, finalize the other floor, like build the walls for the rooms and stuff. But we could probably start working on the study. That is one room that I do know where it is and how big it is and where the walls are. So and it's another room that will have a lot of like details that we can work on and could be fun. So yeah, we'll see. Currently I'm still kind of leaning towards doing chairs, but we'll see how that goes. And either way, thank you so much for joining me yet again. And if you're joining in the replay, thank you so much for following this series. It's really cool to know that people are enjoying this. If you are enjoying this, then please do click the like button, just so I'll know. Leave me a comment if you have an idea for what I should do next time. Are you excited for chairs, or are chairs like no? Do you want something else to see? I don't know. And that's it. I will see you next Thursday. And I hope you have a wonderful week. And yeah, thanks again. And bye for now. Bye bye.